Upon coming to an agreement after separating, a consent order is put in place in the best interest of the child. So tell me, Nardine, what should be included in a consent order?
Sure. So these are just consent orders about children. So the first thing is what we call parental responsibility. So that is decision making for children, not things like what they wear to school or whether they go to a friend's place. It's the long-term stuff like education, medical, religion, those sorts of things. The second thing is, who are the children going to live with? Do they live with mum? Do they live with dad or somebody else? And then what time do they spend with the other parent, and how is that to be worked out?
So what are some things that people should watch out for then? Because they're a tricky document.
Yes. So what I see a lot of is people putting unrealistic things in consent orders, and remembering that a consent order is a court order. So if you breach a court order, there's really harsh penalties, or there can be, including imprisonment is available to the court for contravention. So don't set things up to fail. You know, I see some consent orders that do that, and I also see some really vague orders that people put in that you think, you know, it would be really open to interpretation what that all means. And then the other thing I see is really restrictive stuff, which I don't think needs to be in a consent order, such as the children will go to bed at 7 p.m. The mother will ensure the children brush their teeth.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's right. The children will keep their rooms tidy. So it's stuff like that. Breached straight away. It's stuff like that that doesn't need to be in a consent order.
You're setting yourself up to fail, really, aren't you?
Yes, you are. You are. Exactly.
So do you have any tips in regards to travel? Because that's often one that comes up, is that, you know, mum and dad have separated and dad wants to all of a sudden take the kids on the trip of a lifetime.
Yeah. So the first thing
wants to take on a trip of a lifetime. So sorry to be there.
The first thing is, do you want that holiday to have to be agreed?
Yes.
Right? So I see consent orders where it says the parties or the parents must agree to be allowed to go on holiday. I try and recommend to clients not to do that. You don't want to have to go and ask dad if you can take the kids to movie world. He doesn't want to come and have to ask mum if he can take the kids to go and see granny in Sydney. You know, you should be allowed to take your children on holiday if you've got the sort of parenting arrangement where kids are spending a lot of time with each parent. So your consent order about travel should just say that you need to tell the other person what you're going to do.
Yes.
I'm taking them away for 3 weeks. This is where we're going to be staying. This is the dates of our travel. Might be a bit different in relation to international travel. I think then that's probably more something that parents might want to actually have to agree about. But you can put something in, for example, that the place of travel has to be somewhere safe and not on the, you know, the watch list or whatever for places that are considered unsafe to travel. So just bear in mind what your consent orders are saying about travel. Is it really what you want them to say? And you don't want to set yourself up to have your whole holiday fall apart because you had to get consent and you didn't, or
you booked cheap flights on Jetstar and all of a sudden mum
without
says no.
asking, and that's right.
So I mean, everyone's situation is different. So I mean, this is a case by case basis, but separation is stressful enough as it is, especially when child custody does come into play. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please talk to an expert and give the team at Collier Lawyers a call today.